His was the voice that announced to the world that the first Arab interplanetary mission, Al-Amal, had successfully entered the Martian orbit on February 9th, 2021. Today, we will be in conversation with the man himself, Engineer Omran Sharaf, the project director of Emirates Mars mission.
On the 9th of February, it was that day. And I have to say, I mean, you feel the weight of it right after the moment of the announcement of reaching Mars successfully. I mean, before that point, I mean, there was that kind of pressure that you feel it, and how, I mean, important it is not just for the UAE but for the region, and for the Arab youth, and the things that are linked to this mission, and about the future of the UAE. You feel these things, but the moment that actually we succeeded in arriving is the moment you felt the heavy weight of such mission, and the importance of it even much more to the region. The way that the public reacted to this mission, the way that the public took ownership of this mission was a very good and accurate reflection of how important it was. I always hoped when I was young to be able to work on a mission or on a project that is space related. I was not sure when I was young if that's going to be possible, because at that point the UAE was not, as a country, we were not developing space technologies. We were users of space technologies, we were operators of space technologies, but we were not developers. And at that point I was thinking, as in, there's a lot of things need to happen before we reach that point. Usually nations have their science and technology sector and capability built and established before actually going into space and exploring space. In the UAE case, it was the opposite. We used space to build our science technology capability. And I didn't see that happening. And I didn't expect that to happen. And I never imagined myself as actually one day I'll be working on a Mars mission. That didn't cross my mind. Alhamdulillah, things are going well with the mission. We were expecting to transition into our science orbit earlier than planned, which is very good. However, I mean, the plans are still there. We work as per the plans, and again, we cannot just jump into conclusion and say, let's say, we will accelerate other phases or other kind of operations and activities within the mission, because there are different things that might take place, things might come up, opportunities might come up. So it's too early to say that, but we are working as per our plans. So as was announced before, so the plan was to transition to science orbit in May, but hopefully that's going to happen sooner than May, so hopefully in April we hope to do so. One thing about the Emirates Mars mission I find it quite unique to this mission compared to other similar missions around the world is that 34% of the workforce are women, are Emirati women. Out of the 200 people who worked on the mission. 50% of the leadership within the Emirates Mars mission, I have 8 deputies in the mission, and 50% of them are women. 80% of our science team consists of women. And every single one of them is in their position or earned her position because of her work, and not because she is a female or because they are a woman. So every single person here within the team is in that position because they earned it. We look at the merits, we look at the performance, and basically we give opportunity to everyone regardless of the gender. And this is the mindset that was set, and the vision that the country was actually established on since day one. As a team, and within your team culture also, you need to have the agile mindset, flexible mindset, to accommodate and focus on the problem and focus on finding the solution for the problem rather than just reacting to a problem or basically going into a panic mode. And one of the reasons why I think the team managed to deliver this mission on time is because of the proactiveness of the team in identifying risks. And a very good example of that, and something that no one expected to happen, is the COVID-19 situation. This was a tough time in the mission, but that agility and proactiveness is the reason why we were able to meet the deadlines. My message to the Emirati children, to all the children living in the UAE, to the Emirati youth and all the youth living in the UAE is that not to limit yourselves, pursue what you love and what you like. Be wise, be smart about the decisions you make for your future. Understand the difference between a hobby and understand the difference between a hobby and a professional life. Hobbies is something and working professionally on something is something else. And you need to love them both. If you have a hobby, you need to have you love your hobby, but at the same time, if you want to work and enjoy what you work and develop in it, then you need to love that thing that you want to be a professional in. And make your work part of your lifestyle. Some of them might be too young to understand that, but as they grow, they understand that. And especially the youth, they need to think about it as in whatever they want to do in the future should be part of their lifestyle.
In a poignant message to the children and youth of today, Engineer Omran Sharaf reiterated, be wise and smart about the decisions of future. You need to understand the difference between a hobby and professional life. You need to love them both. And if you enjoy what you do in your work life, then impossible is possible. With photojournalist Juidin Bernarrd at MBRC, this is Nandini Sircar for Khaleej Times.